real. Got shocked. Oh. It's good to have you. Settle into this space. Bring all of your awareness into the room. And tune into everything you hear with your ears. In this moment, right here, right now. Noticing if you can detect a fragrance in the air. And noticing the temperature of the air on your skin. Focus your awareness now on your own physical body. Feel how your feet are placed on the floor. Really feel your feet. Now notice the position of your ankles. Awareness of your knees. And your comfortable seat in your chair. Feel your thighs pressing onto the chair. And from your hips, allow your attention to rise all the way up to the shoulders, noticing the muscles of your back. Noticing your shoulders and the position that they're in, awareness of your arms and your hands and how they're placed. And take a moment here to relax all the muscles of your face. Good. Sit a little taller in your chair. Draw your shoulders back. Pull them down. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart, and breathe here. So, Dirga Pranayama, we're going to try to find the 3 parts to our breath. As you draw it in through your nose, first see if you can find it on your own. Drawing it in full and deep, and letting it go slowly and completely. And now here are the 3 parts. Your belly expands as you let the air come in. And then the rib cage, you feel it expand as well. And as you fill up your lungs fully, you can feel your sternum lift. It's pretty subtle, but maybe you can notice it. And then as you empty out all of the air, pull your belly in, feel your rib cage contracting, and then feel your sternum dropping, just a little, right? It's very subtle, but try to find that in the 3 parts of your breath, Dirga Pranayama. Beautiful. All that awareness of the breath helps us be right in this present moment, right here, right now. Because when you're really focusing and you're looking for those 3 parts, are you thinking about what led up until this moment? All about the breath. Beautiful. Hands out on either side of you, and on your inhale, backs of the hands start to lift up. At the midway point, flip your palms so they continue to go up. Tip your chin up, feel your hands touch. Open your arms wide, and just notice that first time up. Notice if there was tension or tightness. Drop your chin to your chest, and your fingertips point down towards the ground. Inhale, both hands lift, filling up your lungs full and deep. Open the arms up wide, noticing if you can move with more fluidity. One more time up, inhaling full and deep. And on this exhale, let's twist to the right. Hold the pose and continue the breath. So my right hand lands somewhere on the back of the chair, and then the back of the left hand on the outside of my right leg. And then when you breathe in, try to sit really tall. Like, imagine there was something pulling the crown of your head up just a little bit higher, and then twisting as you exhale. But don't force anything, just feel it. Sometimes people talk about the edge, and if you bring yourself to the edge and you're like, whoa, that's it, then stay there. Listen to your body and just stay there. Now, what we could always deepen is the breath. So filling up so much that your rib cage expands and your belly expands and you're constricted because you're twisted. So it makes it a challenge, but go for it anyways. Now right here, let's take a little mental notice as to the depth of our own twist. Feel how it feels in your body. And then reach your right hand into the air. And then dip your left shoulder towards your left knee a little bit. The next time you breathe in, sit tall. Right hand reaches straight up into the air, and then right hand lands behind you. Just seeing if you can encourage the twist a tiny bit more. Feels good. On your next inhale, unravel. Arms float up, palms touch. And then on your exhale, twist to your left. Back of the right hand on the outside of your left leg. And then I have my left hand just somewhere on the back of the chair. In this first moment in the twist, notice the depth or lack of depth. Let's concentrate on sitting taller at this moment. Long spine from the tailbone all the way up to the back of the neck, all the way up to the crown of your head. A nice long line. And now begin to deepen your breath. Now, noticing the depth of your twist, reach your left hand into the air and dip your right shoulder down towards your right knee a little bit. The next time you breathe in, sit tall, left hand reaches up, left hand lands behind you. Go into your twist and notice if you can find a little bit more depth to it. It's okay if you don't, but maybe it's a little easier. On your next inhale, unravel, arms float up, palms touch. Fold forward on your exhale. Relax your head, your neck, and your shoulders. Take one big inhale. One big sigh, like you're letting go of any kind of negative energy that was stuck in the ribs. Sweep your hands forward and up. Lean back in your chair. Look up at the ceiling. Fold forward on your exhale. Sweep your hands way back behind you. This time we're going to lift up out of the chair. Slow and deliberate Utkatasana. Then lengthen your legs long. Oh, I got shocked. Hips and thighs go forward, hands go back. First stretch. Good morning. Hands meet. Drift them down the midline. Let them rest at your heart. Nice resting breath in. Slow and deliberate out. Start to bend your knees. Pausing at the halfway point. Take a little bit of a twist to the right. Look over your right shoulder, and then bring your hands back to heart center. Take a little twist to your left. Bring your hands back to heart center. And go ahead and lower yourself all the way down into your chair. Nice and slow and controlled. Rest your hands in your lap. Rest your body in your chair. Nice big inhale. And let go of a sigh. Take a moment here. Notice how things feel. Notice your breath, regaining slow and deliberate Ujjayi breath. Maybe you can notice your heart beating. If you can't, that's okay. Good. Separate your feet. Hands out on either side of you. And on your inhale, both hands lift up, filling up your lungs fully. Right arm lowers across the right leg. Left arm goes up and over. Breathe here. So full awareness on the right side of your waist and how things are all scrunched up. And as you try to breathe in full and deep, and you pull your navel in as you exhale out all the air. Think about the organs on the right side, in the torso, all scrunched up. And then when you breathe in really full and really deep in your lungs, they both want to expand. So that right one's pressing on the organs. Think about it massaging them. Rise up to center, filling up your lungs fully. Your hands meet right above you. And then lower your left arm across your left leg. Right arm goes up and over. This first moment in this side bend, think about the right side again. And think about the organs get a nice stretch. Like go wake up, stretching. And deepen your breath here. Rise up to center. Keep our legs separated. Fold forward. You can lower your hands to your thighs and bend your elbows and take a forward fold just like this, or you can lower your hands through your legs, or you can lift up and take your first ragdoll. Entirely up to you. For me, it feels good to take a rag doll. If you've lifted from the chair, go ahead and lower yourself slowly into the chair. Bring your legs together. Relax your body here. Nice big inhale. Nice little sigh. Full awareness of your breath. Full awareness of your heart beating. Maybe it's elevated, maybe not too much. Good, lean forward in your chair, hands at your heart. We're going to slowly lift up, really slow. Appreciate your legs and your knees. Press your hips and your thighs forward, reach your hands into the air, look up at the ceiling. Spread your fingers wide, super straighten your arms, draw your shoulders back, lift your heart. And then stand tall, allow your palms to meet, bring them down the midline, let them rest at your heart. Nice resting breath in and out. Good, let's put our chair in front of us for tabletop. So checking things out, noticing wrists, elbows, shoulders, they're stacked. Ankles, knees, and hips, they're stacked. And starting with the tailbone, flip it up, sway your back, pull your shoulder blades together, lift your chin, fill up your lungs. And then point your tailbone down towards the floor. Send the center of your spine up. Feel your shoulder blades spread. Chin curls to your chest. Squeeze out every bit of air as you pull your navel in towards your spine. And then flow between these two poses. Nice and slow. Now at the top of the breath and at the bottom of the breath, I invite you to pause for just a moment. Explore that moment while you're holding the air in or out. Good, bring everything back to stillness in your own most perfect tabletop. This is the perfect place to go to if we're in down dog and you don't like it for any reason at all, okay? Step your feet far away from your chair. Relax your head through your arms. If your knees are bent, that's okay, but maybe you can press out through the backs of them. Good. Step both of your feet forward, lower down onto your forearms, or step away from the chair and take a ragdoll. Separating your feet as wide as you like. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Taking opposite elbows. And then shift your weight from one side to the other. All the weight in the left leg. Press out through the back of the right knee. Softening both knees and centering your weight. Shift all your weight into your right leg now and press out through the back of the left knee. Softening both of your knees and centering your weight. Heel toe your feet towards one another. It might cause your torso to lift up some, and that's okay. Now we'll press out through the backs of both the knees. At the same time, slide your hands all the way up to your upper thighs. Press the heels of your hands into your thighs like you want to get your hips away from your rib cage. Pull your shoulders back so the shoulders are pinching towards your thoracic spine. Tuck your chin a little bit. Nice big breath in. And then when you exhale, slide your hands down your legs just about as far as they'll go. Wrap your hands around the backs of your legs and point your nose towards your knees. It doesn't matter if your knees are bent here. Let go of your legs. Reach your arms right out in T, and then we're going to lift up in a reverse swan dive. Arms go up. Bring them down the midline. And rest them at your heart. Breathe here. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Slow and deliberate in. Mindful breath out. Hands to your heart. Press your hips and your thighs forward. Reach your hands way up. And then swan dive down. Let your hands land on your legs. Slide them down. Point your nose towards your knees. And then lift halfway. Find that flat back again. Now you don't have to press your thighs away so much, but Pull your shoulder blades back. Imagine someone wanted to set a cup of tea on your back. So you want to make a nice flat back. Slide your hands down your legs again. Point your nose towards your knees. Then bend your knees a lot and sweep your hands into the air. Utkatasana. Bring your hands to your heart. And if you can, keep your knees bent. We'll take a twist to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Bring your hands back to heart center and take a twist to your left. Bring your hands back to heart center. See if you can bend your knees just a tiny bit more before you stand tall. Hips and thighs go forward, hands go back. Rise up Tadasana. Allow your hands to come down the midline and meet at your heart again. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Breathe here. Noticing how everything feels. The body feels awake, it feels alive and stretched. Hands at the heart, hips and thighs go forward, hands go back. Add a little bit to this back bend. And then swan dive down. Land your hands on the legs, point your nose towards your knees. Lift up, flat back, hands on the chair. Walk your feet away, downward facing dog. Now turn your left toes to left and step your right foot forward. Sweep your hands into the air, warrior one. Now while you're here, think about the outer edge of your left foot and press into that area. Press into your heel too. Look up at the ceiling and then lower your hands down to the seat of the chair. Step your right foot back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Turn your right toes to the right. Step your left foot forward, left knee over the left ankle. Pull your right hip forward, lift your hands from the chair, warrior one. See if you can look up, spread those fingers wide, and lower your hands down to the seat of the chair. Step your left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Take a breather here. Step both of your feet forward, tabletop, one cat, one cow. Walk your hands up your body, bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. Taking a little notice how everything feels. Tuck your tailbone, press your hips and thighs forward, reach your hands up. Maybe each time you go for this Tadasana back bend thing, you can press your hips further forward, looking up. Maybe you can see further back on the ceiling. Stand tall, Tadasana, swan dive down to the seat of the chair. Tabletop, downward facing dog. Turn your left toes to the left and step your right foot forward, right knee over the right ankle. We're going to go for warrior two. We're going to cartwheel our hands up. Left hand leaves the chair first, making a big arch. Right hand leaves the chair, right hand's in front of you, left hand's behind you. Take a peek at that right knee and make sure it's locked in place directly over your right ankle. We're going to cartwheel our hands down to the chair. Right hand lands first. This left arm makes a big arch. Landing on the chair, step back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right toes turn to the right, left foot steps forward. Left knee over the left ankle. Right hand starts to leave the chair and make a big arch. Then the right hand goes behind you and the left hand lifts and it's directly in front of you. Check your left knee and make sure it's directly over your left ankle. Cartwheel your hands down to the seat of the chair. Go slow, move really deliberate. Feel everything that you feel. Step your left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Once you're there, rise up really high on your toes. Breathe in deep through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Put your heels on the floor. Step your feet forward, tabletop. One cat and one cow. Go slow, flipping the tailbone, swaying the back, shoulder blades together, lift your chin. Rounding the back like a scared cat. Tabletop. And now ragdoll. So I'm going to separate my feet. You can lower your forearms down to the seat of the chair or step away from the chair and let your head, your neck, and your shoulders hang. If you want to hold opposite elbows, that's great, or maybe just let your hands just be plopped on the floor. Think about this. Any cares or concerns, rolling off of the back, plopping right onto the floor, off of the back of the neck, bump, off the shoulders, thump, off of the top of your head, gone. Breathe in deep. Let it go. Pressing out through the backs of both of your knees here. Heel toe or hop your feet together. I have to put my hands on the floor to do that. And slide your hands all the way up your legs. Press the heels of the hands into the thighs. Pull your shoulder blades together. Nice flat back, a nice straight line from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. You might feel like you're dipping your chest down in order to get that right long spine. Nice big inhale. On your exhale, slide your hands down your legs, point your nose toward your knees. On your next inhale, flat back. Lengthen the spine. On your next exhale, fold, point your nose toward your knees. We're going to roll up. We're going to stand tall, but let your arms just dangle. Let them be the last thing that you lift up, okay? So we now round back. I'm going to slowly lift up, really, really slow. And when my head is up, I'm going to draw my shoulders back and relax them down and find a mountain pose. So maybe separate your feet so they're directly underneath of your knees and your hips. Draw your shoulders back, neutral pelvis. Full awareness of everything you feel right now. Feel which foot you have more weight in. Let's try to get it even. So shift all the weight into the right foot. Shift all your weight into your left foot. And now make it completely balanced. Equal, right leg, left leg. Soften your knees just slightly. Good. Mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart. If you want to heel toe your feet together, that's fine. Send your hips and your thighs forward. Reach your hands up and back. Swan dive down. Land your hands on the seat of the chair. I had to take a step forward. And first we have tabletop. Now walk your feet away, downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, we want to let our head relax through our arms. It's a big stretch across the collarbone, the underarms, the shoulders. It's okay if it hurts. I don't want you to do it. See if while your hands are here, if you can think about rotating the creases of your elbows so they're aiming upward instead of like downward. If you bent your elbows right now, if they go out to the right and to the left, we'll try to rotate them so that if you bend your elbows, they would kind of point down towards the floor. So the inner elbows are upwards. Turn your left toes to the left and step your right foot forward. Hips are open here. We're going to go for a reverse warrior. Left hand leaves the chair first. And this left hand makes a big arch. Then the right hand leaves the chair. So the left hand lands on the left thigh and the right hand goes up. Look up at your right hand. Cartwheel your hands back down to the seat of the chair. Go slow. Move really deliberate. Feel everything reaching and stretching. And step your right foot back to the left, downward facing dog. See if you can relax your head through your arms and find that rotation of the arms so the creases of the elbows are facing upwards. Turn your right toes to the right and step your left foot very far forward. Left knee over the left ankle. Right hand leaves the chair first. Right hand's going to make a big arch in the sky. And then finally, the left hand leaves the chair. Left hand goes up, right hand lands on the left thigh. Look up at your left hand. Cartwheel your hands back down to the seat of the chair. Move slow. Move deliberate. Downward facing dog. Once you get there, rise up really high on your toes. Breathe in deep through your nose. Open your mouth. Let it go. Put your feet on the floor. Step your feet forward, tabletop. Take this cat and cow really slow. Good, bring everything back to stillness and tabletop. And walk your hands up your body. Bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. Observing your breath here, noticing how everything feels. Good, hips and thighs go forward, arms go up and way back. Swan dive down, land your hands on the seat of the chair, taking a ragdoll, lower your forearms down to the chair or step away from the chair. Beautiful. Pressing out through the backs of one knee at a time or both knees at the same time. Hands to the floor if you can reach, heel toeing or hopping your feet together. Drag your palms up your shins, lift halfway, flat back. On your exhale, fold, point your nose towards your knees. Bend your knees a lot, sweep your hands into the air, Utkatasana. Sink a little lower, and then stand tall. Hips and thighs go forward, hands go back. Bring your hands down the midline, let them rest at your heart. Nice resting breath in and out. Spin the chair, do some balancing poses. Good. Standing strong on your left foot, bend your right knee, open it to the right, rest your heel on your ankle, and then just be here for a moment or two. And if you want to close your eyes and just feel what you feel, you can hang on tight to the chair and close your eyes, or you can let your fingertips hover. And when there's no focal point, you can feel very, very wobbly. Okay, open your eyes, find a drishti. And don't make it someplace we have to work to look at. Just rest your eyes on the little points on the floor or on the wall. And you can decide if you want to bring your hands to your heart in this little Vrikshasana. Or maybe from here you want to slip your foot to your calf. You can keep your hands at your heart, or you can take your arms overhead. Maybe while we're in this version of tree, we can press our palms together. I'm going to cross my thumbs to keep my palms together. Now appreciate all the work that's happening in that left leg, in the ankle, in the knee, everything that's keeping you upright right now. These beautiful signals are being sent to the brain. As I start to lean to the left, the brain says, oh, no, you got to correct it. Go to the right a little bit. It's important for those signals to be sent. With the muscles learning and firing like that, keeps you ready. So this is a perfect place to stay, or toes on the floor if you want to challenge yourself. Left hand on the chair, sole of the right foot up to the left thigh. You can bring your right hand to your heart and just be right here. And just feel everything you feel here. Perfect. You can hover your left fingertips, or bring your hands to your heart, or reach your arms overhead. Whatever you like right now. I always like to think about this right foot pushing my left leg into alignment. I think those yogi originators, they had reasons for these poses. Hands to the heart, feet to the floor. Be still here for just a moment. Feel everything you feel with both feet on the floor. Then shift all the weight into the right leg. Hands on the chair, bend your left knee, open it to the left, rest your heel on your ankle. And then let's decide, do we want to close our eyes here? You can hang on to the chair. But in your mind's eye, tuning into that right leg, maybe you could feel the muscles firing from the ankle all the way up, the calf, the shin, even the work around the knee and the hip. It takes a lot to hold you steady here while your eyes are closed. Even still, when your eyes are open, open them, find a drishti. Hands at the heart if you want. And this is a perfect place to stay. A lot of work is happening right here. If you want to challenge, you can slip the foot up to the calf. And no matter what's going on, think about all that wobbling that's happening. It's good. That means the signals are being sent, otherwise you would fall right over on your side. Maybe we'll take our hands overhead again. I had to cross my thumbs to keep my palms towards one another. So all these variations are a great place to stay, or right hand to the chair, sole of the left foot up to the inner thigh of your right leg. If your pants are slippery, it could be a challenge on top of a challenge. And deciding, do you want to put left hand on your heart and breathe here? Both hands at your heart, or both hands overhead. Whatever one you want to try right now. Maybe one arm up and one down. Okay, whatever it is that you think would feel good or you want to try. Hands to the heart, feet to the floor. Be still here for just a moment. You can walk your legs out a little bit. Fantastic. Noticing how everything feels. Good. Hands on the chair. Let's step away just a little bit. See if you can relax your head through your arms. Press out through the backs of both of your knees. So you pretty much have a nice L shape here. Good. Rising up, walk your feet forward. Good. Draw your shoulders back, relax them down. And stand strong on your left foot and put your right foot directly in front of you. So it's like a little tightrope walker. Maybe you want to take your arms out in T. Maybe you want to hang on tight to the chair. It's entirely up to you. So with no weight in my right foot, I could very easily lift it just an inch off the floor. My left ankle is wobbling all over the place, and that's good. Let's challenge ourselves and take this right foot and put it on the outside of the left foot. Now the two pinky toes are next to each other. So that foot's on the floor, but I didn't shift my weight into it at all. I can actually swing it around if I wanted to, okay? But it's touching. And the right leg is shaking. The left leg is shaking, and that's fine. Hands to the chair, both feet to the floor, unraveling them, walk your legs out a little bit. Stand strong on your right foot, and put your left foot in front of it. And then if you want, you can reach your arms out. In a different position with the legs, noticing the wobbling that's happening in the right leg quite a bit. You can keep your hands elevated. You can put them on the chair. And let's see if we can put this left foot on the outside of the right foot. It shifts the weight a little bit. It makes it different. It's there. I'm not really having any weight in my left foot right now. My right foot is wobbling. Good. hands to the chair and unwind your legs. And feet to the floor, walk your legs out a little bit. Good, let's take our chair back to its original spot. Don't sit yet. Hands to your heart. And then bend your knees a little bit. Now, if at any point you want to just sit, that's fine. But maybe with me, we could take a little twist to the right, look over the right shoulder. Spreading the wings, reach your arms out. Bring your hands back to heart center, unraveling. Twist to your left, look over your left shoulder. Spread your wings. Bring your hands back to heart center, unraveling, and sink a little bit lower. So I'm going to sink really, really low because we're only going to do this one more time. Twist to the right. Spread the wings. Hands to the heart. Back to center. To the left. Spread your wings. Hands to your heart. Back to center. Sweep your hands into the air. Victorious. Rest yourself in your chair. Rest your hands in your lap. Be still for a breath or two. Nice inhale. Nice sigh. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Feel everything that you feel here. Good. Rest your hands in your lap and lengthen your right leg long. We'll point the toe and flex the foot and point the toe and flex the foot. Point. And now we'll take a little rotation one way and then the other. And go ahead and rest your right foot on the floor. For a second here, you could just even notice the difference between right side and left side. Lengthen your left leg long, flex that foot and point it. And flex, point, flex, and point. And then we'll take a rotation one way. Ooh, cracking. Change directions with that rotation. And then go ahead and rest that on the floor. Feeling balanced, feeling grounded. Nice. The last 6 poses, you can do them from the floor or you can do them from the chair. I'll stay in the chair. So from the floor, you'll just roll down onto your back and hug your knees up to your chest and rock from side to side. From the chair, we'll take our chest down towards our knees. From the floor, you're going to lengthen your left leg long. From the chair, we're all going to hug this right knee up to the chest. Flex both of your feet. In this Apanasana, breathe in through your nose. Purse your lips and blow it out. Now with the feet flexed, you engage all the muscles of the legs, right? So the legs are engaged. It's not a super passive pose. We're engaging the muscles of the legs because the feet are flexed so firmly. Good, now release the grip on the right leg and open it to the right. Hug it in on the right side and keep your feet flexed. So from the floor, with your left hand, take your right knee, cross it over your body, shift your hips, and relax your feet. Arms reach out in T, turning towards your right hand. We're going to take our right ankle and put it on top of the left thigh. Hang on tight with your left hand and twist to your right. Try to get a long spine here, and then just hanging on to that left knee or the right knee with your left hand. Relax your body into the twist, relax your feet. Slowly unravel. Move gently, move slowly. Both feet to the floor. Realign your hips and flatten your lower back. And then hug your knees up to your chest again. We'll hug our chest down to our knees. From the floor, you're going to lengthen your right leg long. From the chair, we'll sit up, lengthen the right leg long, hug your left knee up to your chest, Apanasana, flex both of your feet. Breathe in deep through your nose, purse your lips and blow it out. So the muscles of the legs are engaged here because the feet are flexed so firmly. And release the grip on the left leg, open it to the left, and hug it in on the left side. Your feet, keep them flexed, keep the muscles engaged. Good. From the chair, we'll sit tall, right ankle under the right knee, left ankle on top of the right knee. Hang on tight with your right hand and twist to your left. From the floor, yeah, you know what to do. Excellent. Turn your gaze towards your left. Relax your feet here. Slowly unravel. Feet to the floor. Hug your chest to your knees or your knees to your chest. Curl up in a little ball. Bring your nose toward your knees. And lengthen everything long. So rest your body on the floor. Rest your body in your chair. Nice big inhale. Nice big sigh. Your body was stretched and strengthened and balanced, exercised. And now we're going to consciously relax it. So bringing all of your attention to your toes for just a moment and wiggle them and bring them back to stillness and feel them relax. Now consider that your body is listening to everything that you think about it. And so we're going to be very deliberate with what we're thinking. We're going to fill up with gratitude and we're going to command that the body relaxes. So it's listening. Watch how obedient it will be. So telling the toes and the heels and the soles of your feet, tell them to relax. And you could bring to mind the nurturing and healing energy of Mother Earth. Appreciating your ankles. Filling up with gratitude, allow your ankles to relax. Feel your calves relaxing. Feel the knees relaxing. And at the same time as you're filling up with gratitude, loving your legs, all the places they've taken you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being so strong and powerful. Appreciating your thighs and your hips. Feel your thighs and hips relaxing. From your comfortable seat, allow your awareness to rise up the back. Fill up with gratitude for those muscles supporting your spine, each of the vertebrae, every one of the discs in its perfect health and vitality. Gratitude for the ribs and the rib cage, protecting the heart and lungs. The next time you breathe in, fill up your lungs so much that your belly expands. And softly and gently let go of the air. Bless every one of those organs inside your abdomen. Feel them relaxing, working together in perfect health and harmony in a relaxed state. Feel the shoulders relaxing and the upper arms relaxing. Relaxing the elbows and the forearms and the wrists and palms and fingers. And think about filling up with gratitude for all the work your arms and your hands have allowed you to do. And noticing now the muscles of your neck, feel your neck relaxing. And relaxing all the muscles of your face. Relaxing the jaws and the lips. Relaxing the cheeks and all around the eyes. Relaxing the sides of your head and the back of your head and all the way to the crown. Fill up with gratitude for the senses, the tasting, the smelling, the seeing, the touching, the hearing. You've got them all. Good, continuing on, fill up with gratitude for that beautiful mind, all the things that that mind has organized or figured out for you or learned. Your characteristics, your personality. And now take a little observation as to how you feel. Observing how you feel physically, observing how you feel mentally. Good, and tell yourself good job for making an investment in your health and well-being. Say something else nice to yourself, like a simple I love you, or thank you for always trying to do the right thing. Good. Wouldn't feel complete unless we sent a little love, a little compassion out to some people that we know and adore. Maybe it's the people from the yoga class who couldn't come today. Maybe it's the loved ones that you live with, or the ones you don't see too often. Send it straight out from your heart. And imagine they can feel it. And then start to bring your awareness back and wiggle your fingers and your toes and take a stretch if you like, maybe a yawn. If you're on the floor, make your way up to a comfortable seat. We're all going to bring our hands to our heart in Anjali Mudra. Hands are in prayer. I am filled with love and I'm filled with gratitude for every single one of you, and I bow to you. Namaste. Namaste. Oh, I thank you so much. Feel good? I feel good. Getting back into it might take us a little time, huh? I took a class yesterday